So today's episode, I think, is really how do you squeeze the juice, right? We're already doing the work.
Yeah.
And that's how you grow. Squeeze the juice. It's not always about getting more people. It's about squeezing the people or the juice that you already have. Yeah.
I'm with you.
Hi friends, this is Vinney Chopra from here in Danville, California. And you might be saying, hey Vinney, what are these over here? I wrote this book a few years back, Apartment Syndication Made Easy. It became top seller. I came from India with $7 in my pocket. It says 500 million. It's going to be 1 billion very soon. I'm right at about 850, 900 million. And then I'm ready for the next billion. Actually, you will see that happening. 2 billion in this book also. The other book I wrote, which has been a very big positivity, has been my life. Always, I've been married 43 years with 2 children. And the beauty is to be positive, the mindset that can take you to all the places in the world. And that's the book that also became big seller. My third book, Senior Assisted Living, is coming. So do yourself a favor. Go ahead and click the link below to get free copies, audio copies of these books, even printed copies of these books. Printed means digital if you can't afford it. But I would highly recommend for you to get these or go to Amazon.com. Just go to Amazon. I got it in soft cover, in hardcover, in Kindle, in audio, also the Spanish version of this book also. So let's crush it, guys. I know you can be successful. I know you can do the kind of things that you want to do in life and have the streams of income and know how to really educate yourself so that you could become a strong force in this world in real estate. I know you can. So take that step. Don't just be on the sideline. Take charge of your life. Take charge of your education. This is Vinney Chopra, Vinney Smile Chopra. Thank you for following me on social channels, listening to my podcast, YouTube channel, all the different channels, and also liking the podcast. Please give us a 5-star review, subscribe to it, share the content. My blogs are there. Please watch them too and read them. My Vinney and Beau show on Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific every week. And also Abundance Mindset with Vinney and Walter Amarello on Thursday live. Please enjoy this show. Thanks again for everything. God bless you.
Good morning. This is Vinney and Beau show right here. On Fridays, we come live to you. Actually, we record a week early, then edit, our editors work on it and so on. Today's topic is amazing. Beau, I know you and I record lots of great content, but then how can we really bring it out to get more engagement? That's what we're going to talk about, how to repurpose that content. Take it away, brother.
All right. So I've been doing a lot of webinars on SBA, franchise, all this stuff. And I was like, all right, what am I doing after the event? So I send an email out, and usually with some sort of call to action. And then I say, when the video is edited, I'll email that out. So then I do that, and I email it out. So the last event, I had about 450 RSVP. And so you usually get about a 16% show up rate. So whatever your top line is, you figure about 60%. You always want to get better and start driving that number up. And the way to do that is you say only the people that attend live get this bonus, right? So you they're encouraged to be on live. Then I'll upload that and make it into a podcast episode on YouTube. That's great, but that's like nothing. So the other day I was on a call, and it was how to repurpose your webinars. It was like I just saw it in my inbox. I'm going to this, and I learned so much stuff yesterday. Just like one prompt alone. Basically what I did with my webinar yesterday, this is just one of the, I'm going to be doing 10 things on every webinar at minimum to repurpose. So the prompt was basically extract the top 5 quotes or statistics from the content that would resonate with aspiring business owners. Create a series of 5 unique and engaging social media posts, including captions and hashtags for each designed to increase engagement, generate interest, be innovative and relevant. So the kind of overarching theme of this is that you need to have a place where you store all these high-level prompts, because you're going to use these over and over again to generate. What you can do is you can set up, in one of the systems I use, you can set up basically like a file, and it's a system. So when a webinar comes in,
Uh-huh.
it automatically does all these things for me. So
Oh, wow.
it'll create 5 or 10 social media posts. It'll create a blog post.
Nice.
It'll create emails automatically through AI.
Oh,
And then
wow. Wow.
you'll cut reels, little snippets. Then you'll do memes, right? And see, I wasn't doing any of that. So I'm spending all this time getting people to these events, but I'm not squeezing the juice. So today's episode, I think, is really how do you squeeze the
Yes.
juice, right? We're already doing the work.
Yeah.
And that's how you grow. Squeeze the juice of it's not always about getting more people. It's about squeezing the people or the juice that
I'm
you already
with you.
have. Yeah.
I'm with you. Yes. No, I think this is a beautiful thing what you're discussing because I know I have recorded so much over the last 9 years. Of course, I'm in the syndication business, commercial real estate, and academy where I teach and passionately and the books and all that. But you're so right. I think unless we really do know these prompts, how to extract enticing subject lines and also the interior message has to have the hook, we call it, right? These prompts are available out there, but I think one needs to really dig into these, just like you did. Did you do a seminar, attend a seminar, or what did
Yeah. It was a workshop. Yeah. So
workshop?
that's the
Yeah,
difference why I keep growing, Vinny, is because I
yeah,
go to
yeah,
these things and then I go, okay, I'm going to implement this into my business. Just
yeah.
like when you're, just think about this. When you're really excited, go back to like when you started learning from Dave Lindell, Ari Mentor 20
Yes,
years ago, right?
yes.
What you did well is you dove into the content and you implemented, right? Like you
Mhm.
dove into the strategy and you started to make it your own.
Yeah.
So you have to do the same thing with content if you want to build a brand, or you have to hire the right people, which hiring the right people is hard because you really don't
It's
know what you.
very hard. It's very
So
hard, brother.
So you got to learn the infrastructure and then you can outsource it. And that's why I've always liked the VA model because I can learn the infrastructure and then I could bring in to have the VAs do it. But yeah, let's just say my reach was a couple thousand people with the YouTube video and the repurposing of this
hmm
webinar. I
Yeah.
reach now when I 10x it by doing these 10 or 15 social media posts that are
Uh-huh.
getting from this. When I create 10 reels from this, from the webinar, when I do a newsletter about it, when I do email copy about it, when I do all these things, now instead of touching 2,000 people, I touch 10 or 15,000
Yes.
people. You see how that builds on
True.
itself?
Totally.
So that's
Totally.
what
Yeah.
I think you have to like really strategize. Like you can't just,
hmm
we were talking before we went live, is you
Yeah.
can't just put out slop, right? You can't just, it's got to be, you got to really think about who your avatars are and who
hmm
you want to be to find your message and resonate with your message and then start following you and get into your ecosystem.
That's so true. That's the key thing. I know we talk about avatars. Do we really know what's our brand and who should we target for one person? Who is that person in the age group, in demographics, in their habits, in all these things, so that if you could really target for that one person, the whole tribe of those kind of profiles will be able to come into your followers. And then you give them a little bit more free things, lots of free things, so that they could say, you know what? I do this person. I do what he's talking about. And then they come slowly into your circle. You cannot just ask them to buy something. Tap them. They say, who is this guy? I don't even know about him. So it's a transitional journey. I think journey is the word, right? And so let me ask you a question. What kind of platforms in your thinking and your research are the top right now? What platforms one should use?
If you have a podcast, you should use Cast Magic.
Uh-huh.
Okay, because
Uh-huh.
Cast Magic has all the
Cast.
capabilities. So I'm
Uh-huh.
stacking my
Okay.
software and tools I use. But what I'm going to start measuring is going, okay, look, any tool that I use needs to provide an ROI. If it's not, it's done.
Yes.
An ROI could
Yes.
be buying back time or it could be getting
Uh-huh.
business. So
Yeah.
I use Cast Magic for every podcast episode. It gets uploaded. It creates the transcription. It can create, but I was just using it very minimally. But what the
Another
thing,
one is, by the way, Descript. I
yeah,
just wanted to say that word too. Descript. I know in my team uses Descript, which takes the ums and ahs out and really puts it nicely. Are these very similar, by the way? I don't know. Maybe
Well,
I'll
this
check
says
that
more
out.
for the content creation side of it.
I
So
see.
like
Okay, okay.
creating like a newsletter, a blog post, catching cool. If
Oh,
you're
okay.
interviewing somebody, it might catch a cool quote, and then it will do quotes in
Ah,
parentheses. Then you can create pictures and static and
okay,
memes
okay.
for social media. So
Oh,
like,
wow. Okay.
yeah. So my goal now is to become more omnipresent. Beau is everywhere. Beau
Hmm.
is everywhere, talking
Yeah.
about SBA, talking about buying business, talking about tax strategy.
Yes.
And then the webinars feed it. Then the webinars, hey, not only am I going to get people there live, but then every time I repurpose, it's just going to grow.
Totally.
Instead
Totally.
of 5,000 people knowing you, 100,000 people know you, then 1,000,000 people know you.
Yes.
And then,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And so that's the goal. The more people that know you, know and trust you, they go, hey,
I
Vinny's
agree.
got a
Yeah.
course on getting your first residential assisted living. Oh, hey,
Yes.
let's take
Yes.
this
Yes.
because we're going to, boom. And then you run paid ads.
Yeah, that's right.
Best ads to run are based on what I've learned from some people. Or
Yeah.
it's not you promoting, it's your
Yes.
student promoting. Hey, I was in Vinny's
Exactly.
residential assisted living startup accelerator program. I ended up getting into my first residential assisted living facility. It's now 90% occupied. I'm crushing it. And I'm excited to get the next one, right? That's an ad you run and social proof. And for me,
Totally. Totally.
recently
Yeah.
funded deals, all that kind of stuff. And so you have to take it seriously. And I think spending an hour a day
Yeah.
is well worth it to focus on your
So
brand and
true.
your content.
I agree with you 1000%. But let me ask you a question. I know a lot of people who follow us, there are so many techniques to repurpose. And the one that I have really found out is through Opus Pro. Opus Pro or Opus.pro, I think is the one. And inside, you could connect your socials and then from the cuts that AI does, and you could trim it up and down and everything, and then also do the scribing. From there, you could choose which platforms, whatever that cut is, you could put it right from that platform. It gives you 4 different choices to make the whole rewriting of the whole script, the interior message and the subject line, interesting, catchy, serious, something else. There are 4, I think.
Yeah.
So that way you could intrigue people to get into that hook which we were talking about. Huh? Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. And so every day with the least effort, you now have it going out.
Yes.
Best content going out on multiple platforms.
Yeah.
And that's how you start building that omnipresence because you're everywhere. And because
Yeah.
yesterday I got an email and it was enticing and I bought the
Hmm.
course. It was like on AI. I don't even
Oh,
know the
yeah.
sender. I was on his list somehow. But the point is people buy from different platforms. So some people
Yes.
buy off of
Yes.
email. Some people
Yep.
buy off newsletters. Some people buy
Hmm.
off Instagram, TikTok posts.
Hmm.
So that's why the more
Okay.
places you are with good
Yeah.
content that provides value, you're going to get more buyers of whatever your service is. I think figuring that part out and then get tools that you're actually using. If you're not using the tools, it's a waste of money. If you're using the tools, you're probably getting an ROI. So like
So
everything on
true.
YouTube,
So
because I
true.
do so much podcast, I use TubeBuddy for
Yes.
optimizing videos. I get an ROI. Opus Pro or Opus Clips, whatever, ROI.
Yes.
Cast Magic, ROI. Time saver
Yep.
and helps create content. The other thing you can do, Vinny, is you are on so many podcasts. You can go back to those any YouTube shows you were a guest on, go grab
Yes.
the URL and then put it in Opus Pro and it will cut clips.
So I
Because
love that.
it's
I'm
not your
glad
show.
you
You haven't
reminded me.
right? Oh, hey, let's
Mhm.
go find this. Now I just created 100 pieces where it's better because I'm like getting interviewed. I'm not the one, right? It's like more social proof. So all these little
So
things
true.
compounded
Yeah.
on, and that's why you really need a good VA that's like you give them the, hey, this is what I want. Here's the things I
Hmm.
want you to do. So like my VA, I'm a guest on a weekly show, and he goes and grabs
Yes.
the YouTube video and downloads
For
it.
that guest. Okay.
I know how to download videos that are not your
Oh,
videos.
really? Is
Yeah,
it through the service, the
It's
premium service or
it's free.
something?
No, premium
Oh, it's
doesn't do it.
free. I want to
I have
talk
I
to
have
you
a
about
tool.
that, man.
I have a tool.
Okay, we'll talk about it, man. This
Yeah.
show.
And then there's really cool stuff. There's another company called Playphrase, and they have like little
Big
movie
fish.
clips. And you
Oh,
can
wow.
actually take little clips from motion picture movies, like of them saying something. Like I can
Yeah.
say, I could put in, find a clip that says, "Wow, that is amazing," and they find like a little meme, and then you cut it into your reels, and you make them
Yes.
more engaging. So
Yes.
all these
Yes.
tools are
Yes.
available. So it's like the people that right now we're in like a gold rush of AI,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
so if you can figure out how to put these pieces together and grab market share now where there's before it gets too
That's so
saturated,
true.
that's the gold content right now.
I
You can
love
be a
it.
small team, small, nimble, but you look like you're a big team because you have videos going out and different things. And it's just truly amazing. So that's what I'm working on. I know the more people that find me, yesterday, a couple calls, but one in particular, I go, "Oh, so how did you
Mm-hmm.
find me?" He goes, "Oh, I don't know. I was just watching. Here's a guy,
Look at
here's a guy
that.
that's going to probably buy a business and I make a pretty substantial fee.
Totally.
What if there's a million people like that, right? Like you
I
make
know.
more. So that is the power. And the ultimate power, I believe, is to have something that you do once that you can resell over and over again. Courses,
So.
software,
Mm-hmm.
membership
Mm-hmm.
softwares, right? Like all these softwares that I pay monthly to, those
Yeah.
companies are the best, right? Owning that company, like I think ConvertKit, that's where I do my newsletter from. I think they have
Convert kit. Uh-huh.
600,000 users. Just say 100 times 600,000. I don't know if that's accurate, but just think about the
Mm-hmm.
valuation of that company. It's $1 billion company or close to it.
Oh my God. Convert kit.
I invested a little bit of money in Fathom, which does the AI.
Some. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're doing another
Yeah.
seed round, but I invested in it when it was valued at like 30 million. Now it's valued at 72 million. So I invest on Republic and WeFunder, where you do those startups. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
put a little bit of money in different things that I think will go, and we'll see how that all
Smart.
pans out. But Fathom I use, so I was like, I'm going to invest in this one. Uh, but yeah, I think at the end of the day, what can you squeeze more juice out of in your business? And so,
So,
what do you
so
think?
true.
What are some things that you think you can squeeze more juice out of, Vinny?
I would say definitely in my case, brother, I think that senior assisted living, which I've been in it 5 years now, I know the spectrum of the multifamily senior living and also what the potential holds for residential assisted living. And that's what I'm putting together a course where I can teach people what I'm going through right now, and it's just the everything what they need to be looking at, not to do the blunders, how to find locations, how to do research on all different things, how to find an operator. You're not in the business but you're outside. You can be just buying the real estate and getting a company to manage it, or do both sides, which I'm doing, which is buy the real estate and getting through the whole thing about insurance and everything, and seller finance, not seller, it was seller financing first one. I'm going through the DSCR loan right now as an SBA loan. 7A loans are amazing that you do. Fantastic. So all those things is my one niche. The other one is that I'm also helping people to understand in multifamily, we should be ready because interest cuts are coming. 2025 is going to be a great year for those people who are ready to pick up some great assets. But it all boils down to raising money. So I'm cranking up on the other side with my academy. I just got a student, by the way, $10,000, student. When I say 10,000, the key thing is he's so passionate and he went through my academy. It's 72% of the academy within a week, 10 days. He says, Vinny, and I've got his whole. I said, hey, if you want to give testimonial, I would love to. So we recorded it. And now we're going to be publishing it and all that. He says, Vinny, it's the simplest, and you keep it so simple, and you're able to teach in such great fashion that I'm understanding. He's ready. He's from here where he didn't know anything about commercial real estate. He's over there, like 200%, 300%. He's joining my Wednesday masterclass already. and not thinking that he's not understanding. He's so smart. And another student just called me for one-on-one coaching, which will be 60,000. I think I cut it down from 100 to 60, 40% off. So he just came back from France. And he just told me, just text came, Vinny, I'm ready. So that's another one. Another student wants to join end of the month. So all these people are coming through my Go High Level funnels and all. And I'm interacting. What I'm finding is just like what you're saying, Beau, I used to hire people to sell for me. Somehow that doesn't work. It doesn't. When you're dealing with $50,000 ticket item, they want to talk to Vinny.
They want you because nobody understands what they're going to get.
Exactly.
And they're going to get the sincereness that you're conveying to them and being like, look, it's a big investment. At the end of the day, that's a lot of money to most people, but
it is. Sure it is.
Anything you do, you got to look at ROI. What's that going to be? Like when I first got into the franchise business, I invested to go through a training, which I'm still part of.
Yeah.
And it was an investment. But you know what? If you invest and you apply yourself with the right program, you'll make that 10 times infinite returns, right? Because at some point, it's just like the money comes. But the key thing I believe is that a lot of people buy courses thinking like they're gonna. Like this guy went through the whole course. Most people only get 8% done on the course and they stop going into it.
That's it. Exactly. And I'm just very particular. They have to have a 1 hour session with me to fill out my goal sheet, which I give it to them, 5 pages long. Then they send it to me before even I have that 1 hour session. Then I want to go over, dig deeper and see. I don't want them to waste their money. Not at all. So I want to make sure that they are sincere about really taking it to the next level. So some of these students, I've talked to them 2-3 times, which is fine with me, but I want to make sure they are going to just crush it. And if they are ready, then I'm ready.
Yeah. That's good. That's smart because you only want people that are going to excel. And they're not going to be tire kickers, and they're not going to get in there and say, hey, it's not working. It's not working because you're not doing the work.
Yeah, exactly. No, just like we discussed today, guys, repurposing your content, brand, personal branding is so important. I really, Rory Vaden, you and I talked about it too. And I know Rory and AJ are also putting out good content. They're really great people. The key thing I learned from them is you got to build your brand. If you're raising money, you got to build your brand so that people trust you. If you're a coach, you got to be showing your track record, where you have come from. You can't just do coaching without even getting to that point. Anyway, a lot of people are doing, by the way.
So everybody out there, whatever your business is, one is find a mentor, get coached. Yeah. Like I said yesterday, I just bought a course on AI. Why? Because I want to get better at what I'm doing, build brand, build better content, build a bigger top of funnel, right? Because the more leads that come in, the better I do financially. And it just keeps growing. And if I want to get to the place where I want to go for my goals of 2025, like we talked about in 2024, when we said crush 2024, how are you going to crush 2025? I think I've not hit every goal I set out, but I can honestly say I crushed 2024.
So true. And by the way, we'll bring that great content. It's evergreen content, and we have that. We'll repurpose it again, just like this session is. So, Beau, you and I will talk about how we could bring out with new angle, new catchy phrases and everything, so that these people who really connected with us in 2024, 2023, remember we were entering, we'll bring that back. So look forward to getting that. We got the domain name already.
Crush 2025.
Crush 2025. We'll talk to you about in December or so that you could enroll in there free totally. And we'll drop one a day, really great techniques to grow your business. So look forward to that. Yeah.
See you guys on the next episode.
See you guys next episode. Alrighty. Beau and I are together to really bring the best to get your business to the next level.
Do me a favor, subscribe and share. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to connecting with you in the future.